Talks with T and Shez. On the phone. I have done that. I'll turn down the volume, guys.
Hello,
I'm trying my
everyone.
best.
How are you? So we're here live with Talks with T and Shez. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us. We're still at the moment trying to work out some of the sound problems that we're having. We're actually live on Facebook and Instagram. So if either
Yeah.
way, you can find us on Facebook as well. So
Yeah.
let's just get straight into it. Hopefully we are
Yeah,
getting
let's
the
just go for it, Shez.
sorted, but we'll go straight into it. So we're going to have a check-in. So the check-in is just about gauging how we're doing today, how things are going, and just kind of centering us before we actually get into the nitty-gritty of the talks. So on a scale of 1 to 10, T, a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, oh my gosh, fantastic, absolutely amazing, I'm skipping and dancing. 1 being, ugh, I should not have got out of bed this morning. I'm going back to bed. Bye. How has your day been or your week been so far?
My week's actually been quite good.
Yeah.
I would
What
say
number would
that
you give it?
What'd
What
you say?
number would you give it?
I would say my week has been probably 5, 6 now so far. Yeah, 5 to
Okay.
6. This morning has been a different story, but yeah. The week has been 5 to 6, so that's quite good. Yeah. Yeah. What of yours? What about you, Shez? What about you?
If I have to talk about the week so far, I've had a pretty good week, very productive, extremely productive. I've been so busy. I feel like I've achieved so much. So I'd actually say about, I'm on a high at the moment. So I'd say about an 8, 7, 8. Pretty good. And similar with the day, it's been really quite a good day. You know, everything seems to be working together for the good.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah,
things are working for our
all
good.
things are working for our good. So yeah, I'm feeling quite good today. Feeling really good, and
Wow.
you know, blessed to be here in this moment.
We're just not getting my t-shirt, are we? I want everybody to see my t-shirt too. Limitless. Anyway, we did a Limitless thing on Instagram. There we go. There's our Limitless. Okay.
Right, so we're going to get straight into it
just
today.
run with it.
We're going to be talking about potential. So it's about each of us reaching our true potential.
Yeah.
Because in life, it's something that we hear all the time, isn't it? Well, to be honest, I remember once being at a conference and I was in a meeting and we were just talking in general. And as we were talking, I found myself constantly saying, oh, I've got to reach this, you know, this is where I'm supposed to be and this is how I'm supposed to be. And then the person turned to me and asked the question, why?
Yeah.
And I was taken back a bit because why? You know, it's something that within the church, I want to say the church arena or even the business arena, and the self-esteem, you know, the whole about lifting yourself up and, you know, getting to that mark where you are. And within that, we're so focused on potential, meeting that mark, having a purpose. What's your purpose? And having that focus. Yeah. But why? Why do we do that? What do you think about that?
Well, I was actually reading, and I literally read something with regards to. Can you check your phone on at Instagram? You're frozen on me. On Instagram, you might have to come out and go back in.
And you're moving as well, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Okay, cool. Can everybody just let us know if you can see us moving on both? So I was reading Miles Monroe, and he was talking, and I was looking at the word, obviously, potential, and he says potential is dormant ability, right, reserved power, untapped strength, unused success, hidden talents, capped capabilities. I found that exactly. And you can be all you can be, but have not
Mhm.
yet become. So that's why he
Wow.
was saying that's what potential is. Potential is not something that is here already. It's
Yeah,
something that you
definitely.
can achieve, something that
Yeah.
can happen. Um, and so, do you know what? Shez, can you ask me a question again, please? You
Well, to
know,
be
like,
honest, you answered it because I was,
yeah,
the question I was asking is, what does potential
yeah,
mean to you? And if someone
yeah,
asks you the question, why? What is your
yeah,
why? Why is your focus on looking at your potential
yeah,
and the whole subject around potential?
yeah,
Why? Why do you
yeah,
do that? And you've already answered it just with that Miles Monroe quote.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
something that we live by. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd recommend the book to most people anyway, because realistically, you can actually untap your potential, and it
Mm,
actually gives you more of a directional insight as to your way forward and to what you want to do and how you're going to achieve it. Because a lot of the times, the reason why we struggle with potential is that we actually think potential needs to be in existence already.
mm,
Whereas potential is not something that you've achieved, it's something that you're going to achieve. So that means that if we're going to achieve something, wouldn't it mean that we need to work at it? We need to actually set a goal. We need to actually
yeah.
put something down on paper in order to start working at something that we want to achieve.
Yeah.
What do you think, Seth? Yeah,
No, I totally agree. And like I said, I was in a conference, and in that meeting,
yeah,
when they asked me why, that's
hmm,
what then caused me to think, okay, why am I made this way? Because some people don't really care. They really
yeah,
don't. They will live life, they will just continue doing things as they do and just really go with the flow. But that we
yeah,
have such a focus. Well, I have such a focus, and many people who
mm,
I know have a focus on, okay, what is our potential and what are we doing to achieve it and meet it? But
yeah,
like you said, and I totally agree, it's recognizing what potential actually is and
yeah,
then what you can do to work on that to achieve what you want to achieve as that kind of final goal. But it does take time. It takes time
yeah,
analyzing, making notes,
mm,
recognizing your potential first and foremost, I
yeah,
think is a key point.
definitely.
Because there's no, if you don't recognize what you've got, your gifts, those little abilities
Hmm,
which are already in you, how are you then going
yeah,
to build on it? So I'm going to
and
actually, from there, oh, actually, if you've got something to
mhm.
say, I was going to ask a question from there, but go for it.
Okay. Well, I was gonna make a statement that you made
Go
a
for it.
statement earlier on about people, and I mean, obviously we've got focus because we choose that we want to move forward. My headphones keep coming out, and I think that's why we keep getting an echo. Sorry about
Okay.
that. But what I was thinking about when you said some people have the kind of innate, natural, instinctual potential birthing. You know, they want to birth this, they want to do this, they see something else and they want to do it. But sometimes it's not necessarily because people don't have potential, but what it is that they don't know how to tap into their potential,
Yeah.
and they don't know how to do that. Maybe because of the environment that they were in when they were growing up, maybe because they weren't like, steered toward doing something different, maybe because just anything could contribute to that not being something. But once you actually start helping, sometimes you can
Mm.
help somebody to get them to get focused, and when you
Yeah.
get focused, it's amazing when, Shez, to be honest, it's so amazing when you actually get focused,
Yeah.
that you can achieve so much. And
Yeah.
so there's so much going on with different individuals. We're all, the Bible says we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And I know we said that last week. And I do think that we are all fearfully and wonderfully made and so beautiful. Everybody is beautiful from the inside out.
Definitely.
We just have to find out um, how we can become that person that we have inside of us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that comes with regularity, stability, and balance. And sometimes you need to go and get some advice from somebody just to get
Yeah.
yourself in check with, hold on, what, I don't understand what potential means. What does that mean? For somebody, they don't know what it means. If they have no clue what it is, they don't have an idea. well, what's potential? And
Yeah.
as we've just said, potential is untapped things. So potential is not what exists, it's what you can potentially do in your future.
No, yeah, spot on. So we want to be able to unpack now how
Yeah.
we understand our potential and how
Come
we
on.
go
Yeah.
about unpicking it.
Yeah.
So I do have some questions that's led on very
Yeah.
nicely
For
to
me.
questions. Well, for everybody. So if anybody is
Okay,
trying to
everybody.
attack their potential, you know,
Yeah.
this is just something I've written down. Now there may be other ideas and other books that people can follow. Sorry, excuse me, guys. I'm glad I kept this phone next to me for that reason. But yeah, in terms of unplugging or actually looking at our potential and
Mhm.
being able to get ourselves out of it,
Yeah.
I always say it's a good idea to know first, what are you good at?
Yeah.
So what are you good at?
I'm actually, Shez, I've done a lot of talking. I'm going to put it back to you first. What are you good at? You're good at
Well,
a lot of
you know
things.
something, I am, and I've come a
Yeah.
long way because
Mm.
in life, you know, you've been told to be humble, don't talk about what, don't boast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm at a stage in my life now where I can honestly appreciate what I'm good at.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
suppose that in itself is something that we have to start,
Hmm.
a starting place, because you're not
Yeah.
going to know where you can go until you know where you are and acknowledge where
Yeah.
you are. You have to be able to build on a foundation.
Hmm.
So I would say it's about unpicking and just getting out of your own mindset
Yeah.
and just being able to say, you know something, my name is whatever it is, and I am good at A, B, C, D, E. So I'm going to reel off the things I'm good at. I'm good at interacting with others. Most things I put my hands to do, I do well. Which is, I think I
Hmm.
mentioned that last week, or it might have
Yeah.
been in a conversation with my husband. We're discussing some of these areas just this week. But I'm good at doing hair. I'm
Hmm.
good at playing the saxophone. I'm good at
Hmm.
bringing out the best in others, whether it's
Yeah.
through singing, through teaching,
Hmm.
through spending time with them, through counselling. Um, what else am I good at? Art. So I'm very creative. I'm very good
Yeah.
at.
Can I tag on that?
Um,
I've seen some of your pieces, Shez, and I know you're going to create one just for me. But I've seen some of your pieces and I am so impressed. And that is just literally when we were talking about it, you said that, you know, it's just something that you do
yeah,
to because it just enhances your creativity.
yeah, and that's
And
the
so
thing on
it's not
being
necessary.
creative.
Yeah. And so it's not necessarily something you're doing to actually impress anybody. You're just doing it for yourself. And
Yeah,
that's one thing you just said at the beginning of you just speaking now, is that realistically, it's about what do you want to do that
yeah,
is comfortable for you. You know, as
yeah,
individuals, what is it that's within us that we see that we have the potential to do?
yeah.
And literally, based on what we do, you know, you could be a person that bakes a wonderful cake. Did you like my cake last week, Chef? This is my first
It was
banana cake.
absolutely lovely. Yeah, it
Second,
was good.
actually, second one.
Lasted one
Um,
day.
well, the thing is, you know, it's just what is it that you enjoy the most to do, and what,
Yeah.
where do you see your potential? I mean,
Well, to be
like, I
honest,
will agree with you, Shez.
without even going to potential, because
Yeah,
once you know what you're good at and what you can do, then
yeah,
you develop it further, and then you
hmm,
start identifying potential with that. Because, like you
yeah,
just said, with artwork and with a lot of
yeah,
things I do it for the fun of it. I do it for the love of it.
yeah,
Is there potential in taking it further? Yes. However, I've got
yeah,
to make sure that it's not everything you can run with. So everything
yeah,
we do has potential of taking it to the next
yeah,
level. But
yeah,
it's about assessing then. So when you say what are you good at, you then got to say what do you enjoy doing? Because if you
yeah,
could be good at something, but you don't necessarily enjoy doing it. So
exactly.
yes, you might be good at it, and the potential is that you can make it into a business. But if you
Hmm.
or you might be good at learning, you might be good at doing different kind of aspects of
Yeah,
life. However, do you enjoy it? And if you don't enjoy it, it's unlikely that you are going to be sustainable in that. You're going to maintain doing it regularly. So it's important that whatever we choose to do, if we're pushing it forward, trying to take it to the next level, seeing a potential in that, it's so important that we actually enjoy it. Because if it's something that can be, like, especially if it's going to affect the lives of others, once you start connecting with other people, if you then dwindle off, unfortunately, it can allow people to develop an opinion of you, which won't be very good, because they'll probably say, oh, actually, she doesn't commit, or he doesn't commit. So it's important that we have, whatever we're doing, if we're taking it to a next level or identifying potential with it, that we enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah, so true. Because there's a scripture that says something about whatever you put your hand to do. I'm trying to find it. But you know, at the end of the day, it's got to be about what you enjoy the most.
Yes.
I think I can key into myself. I enjoy doing nails and beauty.
Yeah.
And I actually stumbled across it. I became a beautician and a nail technician, mainly based on the fact that I started to do my own nails, and I really enjoyed doing it. I've developed being a life coach now, mainly because for years I've been advising people. I've been like giving people key pointers, how to steer themselves towards somewhere and things like that. And then I realized that actually, I went on a taster coaching course, and on that course, I was like, hold on, I do that all the time. Like, yeah, sort of thing.
There you go.
I do that all the time. And that's when I realized that I had the potential to coach, because if you gave me that word and you said to me, why don't you think of coaching? I think it's much too much for me to do, because I didn't understand what coaching meant until when I went and did the taster course. And that's when I realized that I actually have I am a coach. I naturally coach. I naturally steer people towards stuff. With that in mind, the minute I realized that, I literally started to focus on what I wanted to do. So one of the things, like you were saying, Shez, is that we have to look into what we enjoy doing. Once we've found what we enjoy doing, we need to focus on how we are going to actually develop what we enjoy doing to have the potential, or to put potential into place, really.
To take it to the next level of success. Because whatever potential is, is the process of coming to that place where you have. So once you recognize the potential in something, once you've seen that you're good at it, the important things to do is to make sure that we then have a plan. We have a plan. We have a goal. So once you've got a goal with that potential, I know that goal will change. And a lot of times when we're doing like vision boards or anything like that for life, it's something we have to do on a regular basis to update it. So if I know, like you said, I play music, so I've always done my music. I've always played for fun. But think about it, most of the things I do for fun. If I don't enjoy it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, why do something that you don't enjoy? You know,
exactly.
I look at it this way. If I'm not going to enjoy it, what is the use of putting myself in that position to do it? What is the use? Because it's not going to produce well, because it's not going to be at your best. If you enjoy it, you're going to produce it from an excellent stance. So you're going to enjoy doing it. And if you enjoy doing it, and this is something we said last week, it continuously plays your mind. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I need to do this. I need to expand it on this. I need to do this. I need to, put this towards it. Oh gosh, after you've done that, next minute you're thinking, oh gosh, you know what I can do? I can add this to it.
Inspired by it, aren't you?
You get so much inspiration from it. And once you've started to do what you believe to be something that you think, or you believe you can do, and you are and you enjoy doing it, then you will find that, there's a scripture that says your gift will make room for you. So you know, and sometimes we think that people have one gift, if we use the scripture where we look at the one that had the 1 talent, the 2 talents, the 5 talent, each person is given a measure of stuff that you can do. And so literally, even if you think that, oh, well, I've achieved this, I feel like I need to do something else that I enjoy, but I'm not sure, then, you know, actually just check yourself, just check and think, well, will I be able to achieve it? Now that I've finished with the, well, not finished with this bit, but now that I've actually succeeded and it's up and running in a particular, something else is up and running, would I be able to take something else on? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. But if it's burning in you, it's potential that needs to be birthed.
Yeah,
And it's not,
and that's
just
the thing.
for
Yeah, so
yourself.
that's one of my things. Is what's the question is what's keeping you up at night? What's on your mind? What are you constantly coming back to you, feeling like, oh gosh, I need to do? What's pressing on you that you want to do? But there's something else I want to highlight, more than anything else as well. It's going deeper, so understanding your why, understanding why you were doing it. I already says a lot of things I do is because I enjoy it, but that's because a lot of things that I do links to my personality trait as being a helper. I like to help others. I love making people happy. I am a people pleaser, and it's come to the point where I've been able to embrace that about myself in a positive way, because I can, the things that I do in terms of making people happy is things which is not pulling away from me. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I love doing people's hair because I love making people feel good about themselves. I love playing music because I know that music is a language that goes beyond even language barriers. People just feel it in their spirit. So there's something about music, and I love connecting people to another place through playing. I also enjoy doing art because that in itself, that creativity allows people to look at, it's abstract art. So because they can look at it, it's very abstract. It causes them to think, okay, what's this artist saying? What can I see in it? I like cleaning my house because I enjoy a clean home. I love making sure my husband's got his dinner when he comes home from work, so I know it makes him happy. So it's all about your why. What is your why? Why do you do things? Because if you don't understand what your why is, if your only thought pattern is about money and financial gain, that won't make you happy. So look at your personality traits, those things that you have potential with. It's going to fit in nicely with your natural gifts, your natural way of doing things, what's your way of thinking.
You know, Shez, you kind of tagged onto something really important. It's the why. And the why is something that actually doesn't have finances attached to it. Well, it does probably if you're going to establish it.
Very loaded.
because the why is the first thing I want to do is because you said to me you love cooking the meals and your husband coming home to a nice meal. That's exactly how I feel. I think, you know, at one stage I thought I'm just born to be a housewife, and then I thought, yeah, I'm born to be an housewife that can do something else as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I really love looking after my family, so I identify with that. And that might not be what others would literally say they're born to do. You know, it's like when I look at my grandchildren's mom, I won't say her name, and she literally loves, I mean, I just find it amazing. She just loves doing things with her children. She does so much with them. I mean, in the lockdown, she created McDonald's in her house, and I was like, where do you get that idea from? And they had these little McDonald's things on, and if the kids made their own burgers, it was just the enthusiasm of it, and that is a passion for, you know, it's something to be admired. But that may not be what you do, or you know, you out there, it might not be for you what you do, but you might find that there is something that you have such a passion for that will be beneficial, not just to yourself but to others. And that's what you've got to understand. We are here purposed, you know. So potential adds to what our purpose is as well, or it can drive us into our purpose. And if we understand our potential, now you might have 5 different potentials, like the the one that had the 5 talents, and then you
Yeah,
add to that, so he ended up gaining 10 talents, do you know what I mean, and got the 1 talent after. You might be that person that only has one potential, and you think, oh gosh,
yeah,
but look, everybody's got this. Pay no attention to what everybody else is doing. It's time to tap into what you think you should be
yeah,
doing, because you never know, that one thing may lead you to the next. My brain ticks like from one day to the next. I'm the type of person that I'll get up in the morning and I think, oh, do you know what? I've got an idea. Right, that's
yeah,
me nearly every day of my life, and then I have to kind of pull myself back and say, you know what,
yeah,
I tend to just chill out for a little bit, right, and see how you can achieve it, because I would literally start it the day and finish it the day if I could. Do you know what I mean? I get up sometimes, I'm thinking, oh, I need to paint the bathroom. I just literally paint it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, it needs
that's
painting.
me.
Hobbies
I'm
at
gonna paint a
work.
wall.
Do you know
Loads of
what I
times,
mean?
like,
I just
God.
do exactly. But not everybody's like that. So
No,
niche on your own. Do you know what I mean? Don't find yourself thinking that you need to even compare yourself to anybody else, because you are uncomparable. You are potentially the best that you can be when you decide to do what's in your heart to do.
yeah. Well, there's a saying that I like to have, and one of them is like, "Do you?" Because if somebody else is already taken, so
Exactly.
you can only do it the way you can do it, because no one else
I
can do
like
it better
that
than you
statement.
either. It's also that's my other one. Do you? No one else does it better.
Yeah, right,
Nobody
you
at
know.
all. But I,
Yeah.
one of my sayings that I've been saying for a long time is stay in your lane. Stay in
Yeah.
your lane. If you
Yeah.
keep looking to left to right, yes, things that I do might be one thing, but if
Yeah.
you focus on what you're good at and what you're doing,
Yeah.
you'll find you'll
Yeah.
do it even better, because you'll allow yourself, rather than
Exactly.
unpicking and
Hmm.
comparing, you allow yourself to grow in what you know you actually can do, rather than always
Exactly.
trying to step, oh, well, you know something, I'm going to try and do that because that looks like fun, or this looks really good, I'm going to try and do
Yeah.
it. Now, you can try and do lots of different things, because you don't know what you're good at or what you
Yeah.
might enjoy if you're just always sticking to the same things all the time. Do
Yeah.
things new. I really encourage people,
Mm,
do something new.
yeah.
Be adventurous, have a think. Don't always say, oh no, I can't go swimming because my hair, or
Yeah.
I can't go there because of this, or all those things. Sometimes
Yeah.
we limitless. We limit
Limitless
ourselves
is
based
limitless,
on, sometimes it's
literally.
cultural, sometimes our
Mhm.
family, what the family dynamics and what we're kind of used to. There's
Exactly.
got women that are saying, oh no, I can't be a fireman because that's a man's job, or things like
Yeah.
that. But no, don't limit yourself. If it's something that you're really interested in doing and you
Yeah.
really feel like, oh, actually, you may be the first person in your family doing
Yeah.
it. You may be the first person in your
Mm,
friendship group doing it. That does not mean that you can't achieve in that area. All it means is that you're setting the path for somebody else in your family to come along. So just run it and walk it straight, and allow others to just see what you're doing and be able to say, something, and take a step back and be able to say, I'm good at this. Not
yeah.
being boastful, let's be wise. We're not talking about being boasting and boasting our abilities. It's about knowing and being confident and
Yeah.
say, I've got this, I'm doing it. Guess what? In the words of potential, I might not have hit where I'm supposed to be, but I'm still working at it. I'm stepping in and I'm doing one foot at a time at my pace in my lane. Now, circumstances might come and situations, change in our lives, which may take our path on a bit of a loop to loop. We may
Yeah.
go up and
Yeah.
down, even in that area where we see potential. But ride the waves, just go with the flow, but don't give up. And I think that's a key thing as well. Don't give up,
Yeah.
keep pressing, because that will help you then to be able to become that limitless person that you can be. So don't limit
And
yourself,
one
don't
of the
limit
things,
others
yeah,
either.
one of the things I want to encourage you is that limitless means you are limitless, right? There is nothing that you can put your hand to do that if you decide to do it, you can't do it. It's it's
Yeah.
it's it's not impossible, right? When you are limited, right? That's
Mm.
normally because you're taking on board what you don't need to take on board.
Yes,
So
exactly
you've
that.
got to literally understand that your niche has to be what you feel that you can do. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can do this. You know, so many people say, "Oh, I just feel so limited," or "Oh gosh." If it's limiting you, you're not going to. It's probably not what you're meant to do.
Yeah. Gotta
But
speak live.
if
Yeah.
you're limited by those around you, then you need to start thinking, well, actually, do I need to follow what everybody else says? So there's different
Mm.
types of things that can limit you, but you have to decide and make a conscious decision that I am not going to allow other influences to limit me, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be limitless, and whatever I put my hand to do, I am going to be successful at it. And Shez, just before we finish clothes and everything,
Yeah.
I on my first business that I opened it in Dudley, and I did it stage by stage. I opened up a, a sunbed shop first, and I went
Mm.
from there, and then I went into the market, the front of the market, and God would literally put me at the front of everything. And then I went into my building, and in my building, I thought it was extremely successful. I had 5 members of staff, and it was going well. And then, unfortunately, something happened that literally um, crashed on
Mm.
the finances. And when that happened, we had a lucrative business, really lucrative business. And I remember somebody coming up to me and says, "Oh, something about me being a failure, feeling like I was a failure, because I had to close the business." And I kind of looked at the thinking, I don't feel that I'm a failure. I actually feel that I've been extremely successful. I'm a woman that was busted, adapted. Uh, I was a statistic that shouldn't have done anything, and I owned a
Yeah.
business for 5 years. If that is not success, then do you know what I mean? For somebody who
Wow.
was put down in their young days, at school, to call dunce and all this lot, I'm not really supposed to have achieved that, but I did. And I looked at the person. I said, I don't feel that I don't feel that way about what you're saying. I actually feel this was a very successful business, just that circumstances
Yeah.
changed. And to be honest, where I am today, if I still had that shop now, I probably wouldn't be doing the things I'm doing now, because I'd be so
Yeah.
preoccupied with the shop. But the shop was there, and shares, we had about 5 souls saved in that shop just for ministering to
Wow.
them while we were doing, if it was 1 soul a year, just for ministering to them while we were doing their nails, praying for them in the back. Do you know what I mean? Literally going and saying, okay. And they kept, I was like an agony aunt. Like, do you know what I mean? But
Always
it
the
was a
case.
success. It was a success because, and not only that, I really enjoyed it. Do you know, and
Yeah.
the God literally put people around me to really help me. So normally, when you have a vision, this is another part of potential. Normally, it comes in line with sort of a vision, but we'll probably talk about that next week. We're not going to talk about it this
Definitely,
week
because
because we're
I'm just
due
looking
to
at the
finish
time. It
now.
is ticking
Yeah,
away.
and it's way
It is.
past our time now, so we're ready to
Yeah.
go. But guys, do
Yeah.
you want to
But
give
it's been
them an
absolutely
encouraging word before
fantastic.
we go out?
Yeah. I really hope that, these little nuggets, that's what I like to call them, these golden nuggets of words,
Mm,
has really, just stays with you, and it will allow you to start really searching, looking at what you're good at, also looking at what you enjoy doing, and looking at those things that keep you up at night and just keep you focused, and recognizing what potential you actually have already. And with going with that, recognizing where you are right now and moving
mm.
forward, knowing that
And
all things work together for good for those that serve the Lord. And God, He doesn't
and
give you more than you can bear.
yeah, and just the last bit now. Remember that consistency comes when you create regularity in your life. And then
Mm.
when you've got regularity, you get stability. And when you get stability, you then get balance. And literally, that's the way forward. It's about literally making sure that your environment looks the way you need it to look in order to move forward. So with that in mind, we want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you. And we do value your comments. So if you can, just comment and tell us what you think about some of the subjects that we're talking about. Also, if you do have any subjects that you may want us to talk about, we can actually look at it for the new year and things like that. We endeavor to just literally build. That is what Limitless is about, building
Yeah.
and allowing people to gain an understanding so that growth comes by. So Shez, I want to say thank you very much for all your
Lovely
support.
talking with you.
Yeah, and guys, have a great day. Remember to like, share, and post it everywhere. Okay, so goodbye. Have a great day. Bye. I'm going to come out
See
of
ya.
Instagram. Have a great
Talks with T and Shez.